When you got to get the surface of your board flat, there's two ways to do it. Today we're going to show you hand plane versus thickness planer. Now we've got our board, we've got our edges squared up, and we're going to go back to the old way of doing it, and we'll show you how to flatten the face of it with a good old everyday hand plane. But first we've got to attach this to our bench, so we've got something to move. We're going to take these bench dogs, we're going to slide that one down in there. We always slide it in so it's down below the top of our board, so when we run our plane over, it doesn't run into us. And then we'll get our other bench vise here, and we'll lock this into place. Like that. Okay, go ahead and push on that to make sure that it's nice and solid. It's not going to go anywhere. Very good. We've got that load tested. Cool, huh?
What's with this? Why is it pushing that way?
There's a hole here and a hole there. That one stops it, and this one holds our vise in place. And then with the threads, we can screw it in there nice and tight, just like the leg vise, and it holds it in place real nice. We're going to do this with the hand plane again, the one that we restored recently. Go ahead and wax that. Run it up there a couple times, real quick, a whole bunch of times, real quick, a whole bunch of times, real quick. What this does is it lubricates the sole of the plane, makes it slide over the wood a whole lot easier. There you go, that's good enough. Now, we've got our grain pattern determined here, so it's kind of running at us. We're going to be okay. This board's got a little bit of a cup to it, and that happens. It's very, very typical for boards. And when it comes to flattening it with the hand plane, you can go across the grain, with the grain. It doesn't matter. I can feel that this has got a little bit of a hump in the center. So we're going to take that hump out first by doing that. Coming by you, buddy. Don't worry about the shavings. We got it pretty flat there. We're doing pretty good. We're taking off a good bit. And this is a number 5 Stanley bench plane. It's kind of the workhorse in the plane family. It kind of gets everything off and gets it all done nice and a little bit on the rough side, but that's going to clean off most of our surface. Then we're going to go with the grain a little bit. There, so that's our jack plane getting off most of the material. We're going to set that aside. You feel that's a little bit rough there? So we're going to grab a smoothing plane. Let's grab...
You took the whole entire blue off.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah. So now let's try the number 4 just to smooth it off a little bit.
Well, that is totally different from the one that we put together.
Yeah, this one is called a smoothing plane. So it's designed because it's a lot shorter, and we've got our board real flat. We're just taking all the edges and the ridges off with the smoothing plane.
It looks like you took like
it's just a whole lot shorter.
Took like that whole piece and just smushed it together.
Yeah, it's a whole lot shorter. And that'll get our board nice and flat.
I like the shape of it. I like the shape of it.
So it's a little easier to handle, especially for a small guy with little hands. And right there, that's smooth enough for what we want to do. Feel that?
Oh, wow.
Feel how smooth that is? Yeah. That didn't take much time at all. So that, again, is the old-fashioned way of doing it with the good old everyday pair of hand planes. We're going to go ahead and take it out. We're going to run it over to the joiner, the planer right now, and do the thickness with the thickness planer. So the modern way of thickness planing a board is to run it through a thickness planer. Pretty cool machine in that it's got a feed roller here. It's got a set of cutters right here, and it's got an out feed roller here. So it basically automatically feeds it. We push it in there. We've got one side nice and flat with our hand plane, and we're going to flatten up this side with the planer. We're going to bring the base of it up like this into the cutters once we get rolling, and then it'll cut it and it'll feed it right on through. So it's an automatic feed. Really cool thing. So
and then
this is real loud, Benjamin. What do you think we should do?
Let's put on our earmuffs.
You got that right. Let's put these on and protect our hearing. Ready to go?
Yeah. I'm
going to fire it up. Here we go.
Yeah.
Bringing the base up to make contact with our piece of wood. There we go. Send it back, and we'll do the other end of it. One more. Now I did not turn on the dust collector just because I didn't feel like walking across there to do it for just a few passes, and I really should have. Because now it's going to be all plugged up with There we go, nice and clean. Let's go back and get the other side to make sure it's nice and perfectly parallel with our first side. And right there we go. We've got our thickness taken care of on both sides. It's perfectly flat. If we were going to go for a specific thickness and wanted to make this narrower, we would simply run it through multiple passes, increasing the cut every pass that we make. We're going to turn it over each pass, so we're taking equal amounts off of both sides. But there our board is, nice and perfectly flat.